All right, baby. Who's at the who's at the top of the world? Michael Bowden. Yes, first place. D-Timer. It's Michael Bowden back again, aka Destiny Hero Mike, and welcome back to D-Time. We're here, baby. There's always D-Time, in more ways than one. And yes, what a fabulous way to close out the excuse me, I guess what some would call the end of the format, ushering in the Power of the Element. So great way to close out the season. I feel great. First place, undefeated at OTS locals. I did get a tie, but that still makes me undefeated. I got a tie at the very final round, so I was already undefeated all the way up to that point. There was no bubble for me, which was awesome. And I just want to give a big shout out to all my subscribers and all my new subscribers. If you're new here, you want to learn Destiny Hero strategies and combos, smash that subscribe button. A big shout out to my memberships. Big shout out to my members. You guys are awesome. Very, very, very soon I'm going to start live streaming Master Duel. That's going to be fun content. And also for those of you who are wondering about you know, when I'm going to bring back live duels, not right now. This is a weird scramble heavy format. Is the end of it. Everyone is just some people are just not even playing until Power of the Elements. So I don't want to have any content towards the very, very end. This is pretty much it. So I'm going to be focusing on Master Duel and all that stuff. So I need to do it too, especially excuse me, for my members. I'm a little under the weather, so just excuse me, guys. So yes, this is Destiny Hero. Great run. Let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile. And I think this might be a longer video, so we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about stuff. I'm also going to be talking about my matchups. So the first game was surprisingly, excuse me, an Unchained deck. It was the Unchained, very scary. They pop each other. They pop themselves and float. And I think that was a 2-0. And it's a going first. It's a going second. It was a going second build. So it caught me off, coming by surprise, but we're able to pull off the victory. And then going into game 2, shout out to my man Sebastian, fought Hero. Man, that was a quick, easy clap. You know, like I said, sometimes you gotta spank your own children up. You know, they talking crap. They think, you know what I'm saying, they think they can outshine daddy. They think they can outshine the master, whatever. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just talking a bunch of junk. I love you, Sebastian. Good game. I just had the edge there, so I was able to play through Droll with D-Force. I baited out, I activated D-Force, and I baited out the Droll, and then from there I already had the Ferris and Fusion Destiny. I was able to bring out a DPE and a Plasma under D-Force through Droll. So that's another reason why I play D-Force. It baits out certain hand traps, you know, it makes them scared. It puts the fear of God in them, D-Force. When you say if you have like Hero Lives in your hand, and I don't know, I'm getting too far into it. So that was game 2. Game 2 is Hero. Game 3 was, I believe, Sword Soul. Now, the hatred that I had for Drytron, I'm starting to back up off of that, and it's transferring over to Sword Soul. I don't like Sword Soul. Somebody needs to do something to that deck. Now, the deck has a lot of lines, an infinite amount of lines almost, but because of that, I think the deck is... I feel like it's Helmet. I'm sorry. Look, you loyal Sword Soul players, but you know how many times did your opponent have hand traps or a board? You broke through it and killed them like it was nothing, time and time and time and time again, and even do a token collector. How many times were you able to do that? You know, the same old combo. It's just Moye, Shishao, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Long Yon, Burn, and turn 1. Like, come on, bro. It's just then Sinister. Whack. I'm tired of Sword Soul. That deck needs to be, at least a 10-year engine or something needs to be dang hit, because I'm tired. I hate Sword Soul anyways. I beat that deck. He got game 1. And why is it that when I fight Sword Soul, I never win a die roll? I always lose a die roll. I just feel like it's just auto bad luck against Sword Soul. Like, I always lose a die roll. I never get a crazy setup against him because I never get a chance to go first. But, spoiler, I hate that deck so much. At first I wasn't playing Token Collector, now I am. Specifically for that deck, out of pure hate, to spite that deck. and they got there. Token Collector saved my butt. And that's the only reason why I won that game. That's how stupid Sword Soul is. The only reason why I beat Sword Soul was because of Token Collector alone. A well-timed Token Collector shut that deck down. Screw that deck. I don't feel bad about it. They deserve it. Next, Altergeist. Yeah, that one caught me off guard. Floodgates, you know, Imperial Iron Wall, Gozen and stuff. The TC Bow and stuff like that. I was able to play through it. The DPE broke through the board and helped me in the game. To, you know, I evenlies, twisters, stuff like that. That's what helped me get there. I did see my back row hate, and that was game 4. Game 5 was Punk. It was like it was like a Punk variant. So it was a 60 card Punk variant with the Adventure, Brave, and Eldritch. So that was a tie. That was a draw, and I you know, first game was a really good game. But that game took forever. It took like 30 minutes or 35 minutes off the clock. And then I lost that game, but it was a really long, good game. And then game 2, I burned him with my Dystopia MVP. Burned him with that, and you know, that brought it to a tie in time. So then, you know, the results, boom, y'all saw it. First place. Yeah, it took first place, man. So, clean finish. I'm very happy. So now let's finally, and I will be leaving a timestamp so you can skip straight to the deck profile. That's what you want to see. But I would argue that's important for the intro. You know, if you want to learn something, just listen to the intro. But anyways, here we go. And you know, all right. So there's, you know, D time token. Y'all gotta love it. D time. You know, signed by yours truly. So we do, let's move this over here. Triple, oh not triple. No, we went down, guys. From the last, I just posted the Winamat deck profile. This deck has changed, this deck list. So only 2 Stratos, Liquid Soldier, and 1 Shadow Mist. So that's my limited hero package. I'm back down to 2 Stratos, feels good. Not too many normal summons. So at first when I was playing 3 Stratos, I was going for consistency. But now I think the deck is already consistent enough. It has so many different starters, so yeah, that's what I like. It works for me. Sometimes I feel like I might want to play 2 Shadow Mist when I get like a weird clumpy hand, but at the same time, like a weird clumpy hand is a weird clumpy hand, and so you just can't help that sometimes. So, but 1 Shadow Mist is killing it right now. I love it. So that's my E-Hero package. And then to the Vision Hero. Triple Ferris. This is why I don't feel like I need 3 Stratos anymore, because I'm already hard playing Triple Ferris, so he's awesome. And then 2 Vion, because when you put these 2 together, now literally we only have 4 normal summons in the deck. So that's a pretty good ratio for 4 normal summons. So, or normal summon slots, that's what I mean. So even though Vion bar none is the better normal summon than Stratos, we don't have too many of them. Now the drawback is that I was doing 3 Vion, but the drawback is if I draw 1, and then now I only have 1 in the deck for the 1 increase, so I only play 1 increase, guys. As you guys can see, I've always only played 1 increase. I have to be careful. I have to be careful and hope and pray to the good Lord that I don't draw too many Vion, because there's only 2 in the deck. If you guys get what I mean. But I sacrificed that so that I could have a easier flow chart with my normal summon count. And you guys saw the 1 increase. I'm not going to explain too much on that. I'm only playing 1. Play 2 if you want to. That's all I got to say. Play 2 if you want to. Alright, on to the Destiny family. Guys, I'm still doing it. You guys know. Triple Dark Angel. Yes, it is an engine. Like, I'm using Dark Angel as an engine. I'm not just using it as... for example, in the Unchained matchup, I had a Dark Angel in the graveyard. I had no cards in... I had a set card. I had no cards on the field. No cards in the hand. But the standby phase, I was able to use the Dark Angel effect to banish itself and another D-Hero in my graveyard. Like it was a dead Plasma in the graveyard. I stacked a Fusion Destiny to the top of my deck with no way to get it. And he had to stack a spell card, a normal spell card, to the top of his deck, which he wasn't able to kill me because of that. That normal spell card that he placed on top of his deck, it messed him up. That's not the card he was looking for to kill me. He wasn't able to finish me off because of that. It wasn't a crazy. It wasn't. See, the thing about Dark Angel people are afraid that, oh, I'm just gonna give my opponent a normal spell card, but you gotta understand, like, sometimes that normal spell card, no matter how good it may be, might not be exactly what they need to finish you off. It might mess up exactly what it is that they're looking for. It could mess up everything up. And then if they don't kill you, back to your turn, you get your Fusion Destiny. And that's what happened. And there was a card that saved me that I will show you guys later in this deck profile. But yeah, that is exactly what saved me. Dark Angel, man. So I use this card as an engine. 3 of. It's insane. There's so many ways to get around with him, so many ways to maneuver with him again. You know, you have Ferris and stuff like that, the Cross Crusader. There's so many different ways to use Dark Angel. It's not just spell lockdown. So I keep stressing it to you guys. So yeah, triple Dark Angel. We do 1 Decider, 1 Diamond Dude, signed by yours truly. You got to do it. It's just engine, guys. So, and I love Decider because he helps me against Nibiru. He helps me recover against Nibiru. He helps me recover me a Stratos or a Plasma or something. Even if they don't have Nibiru, it's still +1. You bring it back with Cross Crusader. So great. These 2 guys are Cross Crusader targets. So either I'm going to hit my Destiny draw, or I'm going to get my hero from the graveyard to the hand during the end phase, Nibiru or not. So, and I play Destiny draw. So another great target, another good fodder, similar to Dark Angel. So, and then, you know, you got your Denier, Malicious package, and your Destiny Hero Plasma. So that's gonna round out it's 9 Destiny Hero total. So there's that rounds that off. And then we got our essentials. We got our Call by the Grave, and we've got our double Fusion Destiny. So I just call them essentials. You know, these are just wonderful. I love Fusion Destiny because it's just a straight up board breaker. And also, guys, I really pray and hope this card goes to 3. I think it will. With this past recent showing and the new hero support, just because they want to boast their hero some more, and all the hero reprints and all the hero stuff that's been coming out, I think we might get this back to 3. No one's playing it, and even if you want to play this as an engine, bro, you're not gonna be able to fit this in Splight. You're not gonna be able to fit this in the tier limits. It's just not gonna flow good. Like, it's just not gonna flow good. There are better things you could play. There's a better engine you can play. There's no more Anaconda, so it's not unfair anymore. You got a hard, like, you want to draw this, you're gonna hard draw this. It's just not that good in other decks now. Like I was saying from the very beginning, from when it was being abused along with the Red Eyes, Dragoon. I think this card has gone back. It already has gone back, and even if you were to put it to 3, the hype is gone. And I think it's just, and if people want to play it, like, want to abuse it, that's at their own risk. It's not that good. And now we're in a whole new format. It's just too funky. This card can come back to 3. I don't see why not for heroes. I don't see why not. You're going to get the best case usage in hero only with Fusion Destiny. So I think it may go back to 3. You got your 1 Rhoda, and you've got your triple hero lives. What else, right? You super need those, right? Polymerization. I played 2. Yes, that's the new addition, guys. I'm playing 2 Polymerization. I like it. I'm using it as a board breaker. So just like the way I view Fusion Destiny, that it can be a board breaker, especially, you know, being forced to go second. Double Polymerization. You know, they want to shut down that Vion. You know, they want to shut down that increase. They want to shut you down from getting poly however you can. So I think I've seen the light, and I still do play Wonder Driver, by the way. But I've seen the light in terms of breaking the opponent's board, and Polymerization does that. So 2 is pretty solid. And you got your 1 Miracle Fusion, pretty important. There. And then your triple mass change. Okay, boom. Triple mass change. Yeah, obviously, you know, we want to bring out Dark Law, shut the game down. And we get into the funky noodle spice. Triple D-Force. We're just playing through all kinds of stuff with D-Force. I've won so many games with this card. This card is back, baby. There's really no Branded Despia in the current format, at least not at the end of this format. I don't know if it will make a return in, you know, tier limits and Splight format, like Branded with Super Poly, but because it's not right, this card is just running rampant. I'm going unpunished. You guys understand? I'm going unpunished with D-Force. Now, like I was saying, I activate D-Force, And just these two right here. You don't care about Droll or Nibiru. This plays both through Droll and Nibiru. So what happens, let's say they got both. You go D-Force, okay, you add your Plasma from deck to hand. They go Droll, now I'm locked into Droll. Alright, cool. Fusion Destiny, so, you know, you send these two, boom, bring out your DPE, and then you bring these two up to the board from the graveyard, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you sack, yeah, you get rid of your DPE, and you sack, that's only 4 summons. So you're playing around Droll and Nibiru, and guess what? Your DPE is in the graveyard, but you're going to be able to bring it back with your Cross Crusader. So, but they're going to have a hard time getting through this. This card is just, oh my god. So plays like that, stuff, the fact that I could do stuff like that, and how this deck, how sneaky this card is, it could play around, it could play through so many different things. It's a very sneaky card. It's very unforgiving. Nothing can be targeted. It's the protection that heroes have been missing this whole time. And I play it. I can either Dark Angel my opponent or D-Force my opponent. I have 2 win cons. I have 2 this is a win condition. I have 2 win conditions. So when you have more than 1 win condition in the deck, the better. That's all I have to say. So this is a win condition, especially certain decks that need to target Sky Striker, Trap decks, Eldritch, anything that needs to target to get going to keep advantage. No. it's just too good. It plays through too much. And also the recovery. So, you know, let's say you have a Plasma field or something like that, and then Nibiru or whatever, and then you'd be like D-Force, bring it from the graveyard, and then bring out another 3 monsters, or 2 monsters including the Nibiru token, boom, bring him right back out. Or if you de-draw him away, or fuse him away, or something like that, or Fusion Destiny into the graveyard, you're missing that level 6 or higher hero for the DPE, Fusion Destiny, send him to the graveyard, D-Hero, boom, and then you de-force him back to the hand, and boom, you're still, it's just disgusting. So, yes, 3 of, an absolute 3 of. This card, I've been killing people because of this, so, and, let's see, alright, don't want to show it yet, you guys probably already saw it, Triple Destiny Draw, this card's insane, it forces a Droll, especially you do it with Malicious, baby, we 2007 Teledad, baby, 2007 Teledad. This is just too good. This is a +1. It's a body because Malicious. Then all the D heroes in the graveyard, like I said, guys. The Dark Angel is an engine. So all the D heroes, everything, all the D heroes that I've showed you, everything that I've showed you, everything is an engine. Everything is an engine. All the D heroes. The D heroes is themselves, they're just engine, man. So this is gonna force. This is gonna force their ash because you're gonna draw 2. You know, the D-Draw sets up Dark Angel Search, you know, it's just so good, it's so just underused. Yeah, you gotta use a hefty amount of D-Heroes to do it, but it's totally worth it, Destiny Draw. And then, of course, going second, you're forced to go second, you side it out. Side it out for your hand traps. Side it out for your board breakers. You know, like, it's okay, you don't have to keep this card in. This is a perfect, I always side this card out. But in my game 1s, I'm popping off, baby. I'm drawing, baby, in my game 1. So, and finally, you guys have been bugging me for the longest to do it, and you know what? I do not regret it. Forbidden Droplet. You probably already saw it, but whatever. I'm playing 2 Forbidden Droplet. My reason was that I did not want to brick 2, but I was starting to realize that even if you draw 2, you can just get rid of the dead one for free. So I think I want to maybe play 3, but 2 is working very well. I am kind of seeing them. It's just a really good card, man. I don't know what to say. It's really working. It's like my 4th and 5th Destiny draw because, you know, you send your Malicious, you know, you send your Dark Angel that you may or may not need. You send your Denier. I can send my Plasma, right? And add it back to hand with D-Force. So, stuff like that. This is really important. I don't have 3, but I want a 3rd one. I think I definitely want a 3rd one. This card is really good. I could even go down to 2 D-Force and 3 Droplet, or I might take out Called by the Grave for then as a play set of 3 Droplet. Why? Oh, this card is super. Well, it is good, but my problem with Called by the Grave, usually when I get hit by like a Droll, I never have this card anyway, and let's say I'm forced to go second and they're going off, this card does nothing. really. Depending on, it is matchup depending. I'm lying. But usually this card does nothing. This card is not going to break a board. But this does. If this was a droplet, it's going to at least break a board. So that's the way I saw it. Especially like if I'm going against Flunderies. For example, let's say I'm going against Flunderies and I'm under the, what's his name? I'm under the shifter and I'm not able to call by. I just call by is going to suck, right? While they're going first, they shifted while I'm going first. Okay, but droplet on the other hand, now I may not be able to droplet under a shifter, but at least I know I'm not going to be OTK'd and I can just chill on my droplet during the following turn, unlike called by, where it's just a completely dead card. So at least I can do that. You know, droplet buys me a turn, which this card saved me against Unchained, so it stopped me from being OTK'd with the Dark Angel play. I added my Fusion Destiny to the top of my deck, and then he added his Searcher, but that's not the card he needed to finish me off. And then battle phase, he walked right into droplet, and that saved me. That wasn't enough to OTK me. So, and then I was able to take the W from there. But yes, droplet 2 to 3, play it if you can. I'm on the fence about taking this out completely. This is a super good card, and I love 3D Force because I can see it and be able to play through anything. But yeah, droplet is just super good, man. So there's the main deck, and let's just go ahead and get into the extra deck. I'm gonna be fast about it. Sunrise, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, Dystopia, Dominance, Dangerous, Absolute Zero, Escaridao, Double Dark Law. Okay, yeah, Double Dark Law. Hero Blast, he gets there. Yes, he does. Acid, he gets there as well. Board Wipers, we want to wipe these boards, man. You know, Acid, Absolute Zero. Love that combo. I've been doing it too with Mass Change and then my links. My favorite link monster, Wonder Driver, Double Cross Crusader, and Dread Decimator. So that rounds out the entirety of the rest of the deck. Okay, now let's get into the side deck. What we're doing with sides, we've got Double Ash, we've got DD Crow. I'm going to talk about siding in a minute too, guys. Joel and Lockbird, two of each. I like it. I like the ratios. It feels pretty good, so I can fit in multiple different cards. Triple Token Collector, that's special dedicated to Sword Soul. I cannot stand that deck. Right now, that deck is on my crap list. It absolutely is. Triple Evenly Match for these back row decks. You know, like I played against Altergeist. This card's amazing. It really is amazing. And Twin Twister. This card is also good against Sword Soul too. When they want to get greedy, they don't bring out a Defleur. So basically, what happens? These two are the perfect combo. Like you might think. Now you might think that they conflict because they do, right? When they're on the field, when that's on the field, you're not going to be able to evenly match. But here's what happens: when they think and know that they're going to, what happens? Two or three things happen. So you're gonna pop off the Token Collector, right? Easy. You're gonna pop off of the Token Collector, and that's supposed to stop the Bear and the Fleur from coming out, which opens up for evenly match. For example, my opponent he played around the Token Collector with the with the Tinyis and brought out the Berserker, the Tinyi Berserker Synchro, which if I were to activate Token Collector from then on, he was going to banish the Token Collector. I had these two in hand, and I missed my opportunity to Ash because I just spaced, but I'll put Ash to my hand, right? So I missed the opportunity to Ash the I think the Ashura, one of them thing, Adhara, the Adhara, or the Ashura. I missed the opportunity to Ash where I needed to because I just spaced, but it was fine. I had these in hand, and then he brought out the Berserker, but he did not bring out the Defleur. I don't think he was able to, but he brought out the Berserker. So now, if I Token Collector, he's gonna banish it with the Berserker. So I'm like, all right, no worries, we're just chilling, cool. And so I was able to. I used the Ash. It was like he was gonna Shisha Moye, and I was able to stop the Moye from drawing, which was like a terrible trade. That's the worst trade for the deck. But I already missed my window, so I'm like, well, I need to use it at some point. But anyways, that's irrelevant. So I had these two in hand. So I cannot Token Collector. So I'm like, okay, well now there are no negates evenly, and we just gonna hold on to the Token Collector. We don't Token Collector. We don't do that. We're just gonna hold on. So we don't. He's not able to bring out the Fleur. We don't have any negates. Thank goodness. So stand my main battle, end of battle. Bow, right? Felt super good. Like screw you. And then after wiping his board and playing, because I still had to play my hand, the hand was kind of ridiculous. Now for follow-up, I had the token collector. So what I'm saying is, guys, Sword Soul is so stupid that even if I token collector, they'll get rid of it. They can play through it. They can Moonlit Child, Forbidden Chalice, Droplet, negate it some way or another, or they can bounce it back with the Adhara, no, with the Vishuddha. And like, okay, fine, all right. Now, you know, hopefully this hinder their negates. This kind of messes up their flirt play, depending, and then just evenly. So these two together are just amazing. 3/3 of in that match, because you're gonna see one or the other, and a lot of times they don't defleur for whatever reason. And you guys see now I finally play Droplet, so it's okay. It's totally fine. I can normal summon a Stratos, and then they can negate with Shishao. Then I just chain Droplet, get rid of the Stratos for cost, and then hit the dodge the. I'm not even gonna touch the Shishao. Just hit the what's his name? Yeah, here we go. So here's another combo, guys. So basically, all right. So main phase. Draw phase, standby phase, main phase, normal summon Stratos. Stratos effect, then they're gonna Shishao, right? Then you chain Droplet to dodge the Shishao, and you're just gonna get rid of one, because usually they're gonna have only two boss monsters on the field. Then you're gonna let's pretend this is the Defleur. Hit the Fleur, and now you dodge, and now you search, right? So you search your hero, whatever hero that might be, or whatever. And then now you go into battle phase, end of battle phase, evenly match. Doesn't matter. Get rid of the rest of your back row, your blackout. I hate that card. Y'all know I have a screwed up history with that card. And everything else doesn't matter. Your Defleur is gone, doesn't matter. So yes, evenly is just too good. This is a sick combo going second against Sword Soul. So yeah, I just kind of want to go into depth against that. And that is pretty much my side deck. Anyways, guys, that is my Destiny Hero deck profile. This video's gone on long enough. I kind of just want to go into deeper depth. And also, before I forget, yes, I will be doing a side decking style video. It's going to be hard, guys. But before we can even talk about side decking, we have to get into just basic decision making fundamentals. So right now, since the season is kind of in a scramble, I want to not only just mash and duel live duels, but I want to just do discussion videos on beginner hero deck beginner hero deck building and decision making and certain plays. So be on the lookout for that, guys. I love you guys, and remember, it's always D time in more ways than one.